Hey everybody, Ham here, back with another video. So finally, I'm going to introduce you to the process of sprouting broccoli sprouts. This is the brand that I bought. Like I said, I'm on my third batch. And it's a pretty simple process, but you have to make sure you're being very sterile. Something I did learn in the process, it hasn't happened to me, but sprouts in general can like grow E. coli and like go bad really easily. You can get sick, especially when you buy them at the store if they're like sitting in water in a bag and things like that. This lighting isn't great, sorry. I still look good. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so just when you are doing it yourself, make sure your counter's clean. You know, you're using like fresh paper towels or a fresh towel that you're not, using all the time. Hold on, battery's low. Close. Eek. Okay. So some of the things that you're gonna need are broccoli sprouts, seeds. I bought them on Amazon. I got organic ones. This is just the brand that I saw. I'm about halfway done with the bag, and like I said, I'm on my third, or I don't know how full the bag was, maybe not halfway done, but this is a pound bag. And I use 2 tablespoons per jar. You can use more depending on the size of your jar. What you're gonna need are stands, something that looks like this. Sometimes people put their phones on them or whatever, but this is like a jar stand. And I said, I'm not gonna tip my jars over now because they're full, but pretend like this is a jar. They kind of sit like this so that the excess water can drain out down there. You need mason jars. These have seeds, I'll show you. And separately, you're gonna purchase the lids with the, like a mesh top. They come in plastic as well. What I did find out from a friend is that with the stainless steel tops, they say they don't rust, but some of them will. So you may want to go with the plastic ones, but do whatever you think is best for you and then just experiment in the way that you want. The initial investment honestly isn't that much. The seeds are not expensive, but 20-ish, $30-ish for like a bag of seeds, but the health benefits, like that's the only vegetable you would need to eat. Now, technically to gain, oh, see, I didn't look up, okay, this sulforaphane, I don't remember, but the health benefits are astronomical. Cancer fighting, depression fighting, like unbelievable. Look up Dr. How am I not prepared for this video? Dr. Rhonda so-and-so, she was on like Joe Rogan podcasts. You can find her. She'll give you all the information you need to know about the health benefits and that kind of stuff, but it is so unbelievable. You'll be like blown away. Out of anything healthy you can eat, like if you just grew your own sprouts, like you wouldn't have to eat any other kind of vegetables because of the benefits. You know what I mean? Like you could just eat basic things. You don't have to like go out of your way to like find like a huge variety of things. But sulforaphane, I can't think of the word, but whatever these give off when you eat them. Now what I found out too is that freezing them heightens the potency, and when you break them, so the process of chewing them or cutting them up will release this chemical reaction. I sound stupid right now. That's how it is released into your body. Cooking takes that away. I know that like if you heat it to a certain, something with heating it is like very tricky. So honestly, just eating them raw, putting them on a salad, I just eat like a jar at a time. So 2 jars honestly last like 3 days for me, because you need to eat a lot to really gain the health benefits. I like the taste. I'm learning how to grow them better. Like I said, this is only this is my 3rd batch being made. This is my 2nd batch made. So they're not like as thick and green like my ex gave me his, and he's been growing them for like 2 years now, so he has mastered it. So essentially how it's going to work is that you're going to buy these mason jars, and the first step is, I would suggest, just because they are suggesting keeping things sterile, like why wouldn't you take some extra steps? So I wash my seeds in white vinegar first for a little while, not long, maybe 5 minutes. Then I kind of rinse them off with, everything I'm using is filtered water, like from a Brita water filter, not like sink water. So what you're gonna do is overnight, I do it overnight, but for like a good amount of time, you wanna just kind of take your seeds, you put, like I said, 2 tablespoons per jar, and let them soak overnight, okay? Then what you're gonna wanna do is drain that water out, and twice a day for 3 or 4 days, you're gonna rinse them. So that means pouring fresh water in, swishing it around, and turning it upside down and letting it drain out the top. I don't even take the top off, I just kind of pour it upside down and drain them. Now, it's not gonna necessarily take all the water out, especially when they start to grow and get bigger. So what I do is I turn the jar upside down on a pad of paper towels for an amount of time, really let it drain out. That's gonna get soaked. You're not gonna realize how much water is still left in there. And then the point of these is, and you can adjust the height, like, you know, they're adjustable to like how much you want the jar tilted. Let me see if I have just a plain jar. Yeah, so like pretend this is this. It's gonna sit like this, and the excess water as the day goes on is gonna drain. Now, they say to keep it in a dark, like in your cupboard for the first 3 or 4 days. Some people leave them out on their counter. I've read to kind of keep them in a dark place while they're starting to sprout. Once you start to see the leaves turning like a yellowish, like you start to see it like blossoming, when they get like bigger, then that's at that point you can start putting them on your counter. They don't need to be in direct sunlight, but you want like some photosynthesis to take place, and you want the leaves to like sprout and green. Once they start turning green, you can stop watering them. So the whole process, they say, takes about a week. It's been taking less for me. I think I've been pulling them a little early, but like I said, I'm experimenting. So I also read, like, if you start to see like fuzzy little fuzz growing on it, it's not mold. Oh, also they can mold easily, so be careful. And they said trust your nose more. Like, it'll smell a little bit like, you know, sulfury broccoli smell, but if it smells moldy to you, like more than just that, then they're probably gone bad. So really draining them is important, because sitting in water, like anything else, it can mold. So, but what I found is in the process, in like the 2nd or 3rd day, if you start to see these little like fuzzy hairs on it, don't be alarmed. That's normal. What it's doing is it's trying to absorb more water. It's like almost putting these little like fingers out to like try to suck in more water. So freaky, but it's fine. It's normal. So once these, you're gonna see like the process is pretty quick. Like every day they're gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger. So I don't want to stick my hands in there because I like to keep things sterile. So sorry. Okay, so they go from this, just a brown seed. Okay, they're just sitting there. I just did these tonight. Nothing's happening yet. Ooh, aw, no, I see them sprouting already. How cute. Aw, like I see little ones like they're already popping. That's the cutest thing ever. When they're finished, now these aren't like bright green, you know, I should probably have left them longer. And you're gonna see the little seed pods, but like, is it focusing in? You know, they're gonna look like sprouts. Like that's like the seed shell kind of stuck to it. Sometimes they get richer and greener. Like, I love the way it tastes. Sprinkle on a salad. Oh my God, I love it so much. Which is awesome, because I have a hard time staying consistent with health things. Not because I don't like healthy food, I just have a problem being consistent. So here, some of these are like still a little yellowish, and I probably could have kept them. But 2 jars, I fill up this whole thing. You could stick them in a Ziploc. Like I said, you can freeze them, sprinkle them on a salad. Some people just like to blend them up and drink it with water. I personally can eat this whole freaking thing by myself. The more better. The better you get at growing them, the greener and more pungent the taste is going to become, for sure. Making it slightly more difficult to eat, but honestly, I like that kind of broccoli, sulfury kind of taste. It doesn't bother me at all, and if you're into healthy kind of stuff, it probably won't bother you either. But like, I usually let this last me 3 portions. Like, I really just eat a big, like as if I'm eating a salad, but I just eat this, don't put anything on it. And you could, like I said, once I get better at growing them, I know they're gonna get more pungent in taste. But when I say pungent, I don't mean like rotten cheese. I just mean like that sulfury broccoli kind of taste, and all that jazz. So yeah, so basically make sure they're being drained well. Okay, so about 3 days, they're in the dark, like I said. after they kind of start to turn yellow and turn more into like a sprout, and you can tell they're getting bigger, they're really going to start filling up the jar. Then you're going to want to keep them on the counter for a few days, you know, maybe 3 days, less, whatever you experiment with that. But at that point, once they kind of start turning green, you can stop watering them, doing the twice a day watering, to where you fill it up, swish it around, dump it all out, let it drain more in a paper towel, and then stick it upside down on that thing. And then it goes back into the cupboard or the dark space, or, you know, out onto the counter once the leaves start turning yellow. Yeah, so I hope that was informative. I feel like I was talking fast, but I didn't want it to be like this super long video, but it ended up being long anyway. So good luck. Like I said, I got these on Amazon. Food to live, delicious and healthy. And they're just broccoli seeds to make broccoli sprouts. I guess that's what broccoli seed organic sprouting is what this one is. Yeah, so it's all good. So happy, healthy journey making yours. This is honestly one of the biggest, best breakthroughs in health and healthy eating, and I think everyone should get involved in sprouting. But like I said, just be really as sterile as you can, washed hands and all that good stuff. All right, thank you, bye.